Welcome to the channel. My name is Pete Kongsat, and today I'm going to talk about cyber ethics relating to cloud computing and its future. So, what is cloud computing? According to Google, it is the practice of using a network of remote server hosted on the internet, according to Google, and the practice of using process data rather than a local server or a personal computer. The cloud services provides faster innovation, ease of scalability, and great resources and flexibility. What types of services and specialties does cloud computing have to offer? So there are three specific cloud computing types, which are public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. The public cloud is a type of cloud that delivers services over the public internet. Public clouds are owned and operated by third-party cloud service providers. And then, which leads to the second one, the private clouds, which is a type of cloud that delivers services over a private network. They are owned and operated by the enterprise, and they can be either on a premise or off premises. The hybrid cloud is a type of cloud that delivers services over a combination of public and private network. Hybrid clouds are use of mix on-premises and third-party resources. They can be either managed or unmanaged. Which leads to another one, which there are many types of cloud services providers strong in specific applications in each one, which are software as a service or SaaS, platform as a service PaaS, infrastructure as a service IaaS. There's more, but these were able to find that I was provide specifically. So the SaaS provides the client's ability to use cloud-based software application. They are usually delivered through a web browser, and most of the time not needing to install or manage software. Google Docs, Microsoft 365, and Salesforce are common SaaS application. The PaaS provides the clients to be able to develop, run, and manage application on a cloud-based platform. They are contained with web server, database, and development tools. Heroku, AWS, Elastic Beanstalk, and Google Apps Engine are popular PaaS. Lastly, the IaaS provides customers the ability to rent IT infrastructure on an as-needed basis. Their features are having basic building blocks of cloud computing like storage, networking, and servers. Amazon Web Services AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform GCP are famous LaaS providers. What are their advantages and their disadvantages of cloud computing? The advantage are have cost efficiency, speed, elastic scaling, increased productivity, security, and business continuity, which all these might seem great, but there's another disadvantage to a side, which is not much. The disadvantage are the cost isn't really that cheap if you're using more than the basics, which is like, I'm assuming premium if you want to go be specific or something private. The migration, once you want to have a change, it is highly difficult adjusting and potentially adjusting, and lastly, potentially trust issues with the business using your confidential information that would be stored in other company services that would use the same cloud platform. That case doesn't happen a lot, but you should possibly look out just in case. All technologies have their own strengths and weaknesses, so I would do research on what companies handle cloud the most effectively from your perspective. Why is this topic related to cyber ethics? So it is related because as technology is changing and improving, the same goes for good and bad people that have their own personal intentions for usage, which is why it is a good idea to study cybersecurity if you're interested in ethical hacking to provide defenses and protect the website community from being taken advantage of. What damage could the hacker create? The damage that it would create is missing data or stolen data from customers that are using the company's services. There are many hacking methods that the cybersecurity professionals might be able to spot on. I am going to talk about 3 examples of hacking methods that cybercriminals might use. First, brute force attack, which is the simplest form of cloud hacking in which they test different combinations of usernames, passwords, and once inside the system, adversary can proceed to create a mess and exfiltrated data from the cloud as with any other attack. Phishing, which is attempts to steal user credential by impersonating a trusted third party. Spear phishing is an even more sophisticated technique that targets a specific individual with handcrafted messages. Credential stuffing is when employees of the organization reuse their usernames over and over and same passwords across multiple platforms and service, which leads to the business having a risk of credential stuffing attack. Adversaries can go through list of user credentials stolen from a previous attack to see if any of them are valid accounts on a different IT system. Also, there are more types of hacking. I just don't think I can shove it in a small certain amount of time right now, so that leads to all these hackings and being penetrating to steal information data leads to why is cloud computing important. It is important because it is extremely convenient that you can access the data from any computer or mobile devices with an internet connection. Second, it is efficient because the cloud can store a large amount of data and it can easily accessible to scale up or down when you need a change. Third, it is flexible because the purpose of using clouds is varied from giving storage to your data to performing software as a service application. Lastly, most of the time it is secure because your data backups are in multiple locations, which will most likely be able to find information if it is lost or stolen. So here comes to the last big topic. What does the future look like for cloud computing? The future will most likely be that hybrid cloud and multi-cloud will become common. The processing power will be most likely increasing to be able to handle more data with efficiency and speed. AI and machine learning will become slowly common, not in control of our daily life, but more accommodating some parts, make our life more convenient or easier in some ways. Security will greatly increase since technology will have more influence, which means protection in the internet is high. The price of wars will be highly competitive, which will make other companies try to do their best to sell their products and to sell their best work and protection. And lastly, there might be laws regulation towards technology to be presented in the government in order to ensure protection towards the citizen and the clients that are using the internet and other things. The reference I have used are from the econsole.org, techrepublic.com, forbes.com, and simplylearn.com. We are heading towards the end, coming to an end shortly, but I would like to tell you to ask yourself, what do you think will exactly happen in the future for cloud computing? Thank you very much for your presentation. Hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.